Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, friends. How are we doing today? If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for being here, for stopping by, stopping to listen, see what I'm up to. My name is Svava Brooks. I am abuse survivor coach, and I've written a couple of books as guides for survivors to help them on their healing journey to reclaim our hearts, our bodies, and our spirits, because I do believe that we come hardwired, yes, wired for struggle, but also wired for love and belonging. Hey, Wanda. Hey, friend. So if you're here watching, please say hello. If you're here live, please say hello. Let us know where you're from so we can welcome you. And like I was saying, if you're watching the replay, thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to check out more information about what we're up to here below. And I'm also letting my Periscope viewer friends know I am in broadcast mode only over here, and I'm running the live chat over on YouTube. So if you'd like to join us, please come over. We'd love to have you. You can do a search for the name of the book or my name, Svava Brooks. Hey, Rob, and please come join the conversation. We'd love to have you. How are you guys? How's it going? This week has been, it went like that. It's been back-to-back week. It's been good though, really good. How are you guys hanging in there? Hey, Sharon, hello from New York. Hello, England. Sue and Rob, are you guys getting ready for the Eurovision this weekend? All my friends in Iceland are very excited. Yes, right. Friday is coming and Eurovision. I have not, for those that don't know, maybe you guys can give a little update about Eurovision, but that's definitely a thing that people really get into in Iceland. I have friends that they get all up in costume and there's a big party. Actually, one of my friends sent me a YouTube video from a few years back when I was in Iceland at Eurovision, when we were watching Eurovision together at her house. So it was a fun memory. You guys are always on the bottom. Anyways, it's fun. It's just fun. So anyways, of course, it's just fun as a small country, right? We never really get that far. A couple of times we've been up there though. But never in first place. And plus, I don't think we could handle it. Iceland couldn't, because it's a small country that we wouldn't have the capacity to host such a big event. So what about you, Wanda? What are you up to for this weekend? And Sharon, what kind of daredevil adventure are you going on this weekend? Or dancing? Where are you going dancing this weekend? It's political, right, Sue? Of course, everything is, right? But beyond that, we got to just have a little fun, right? Everything gets drawn into politics. So, but I'm looking forward to the weekend. We had a nice sunny, who wouldn't hate England? Well, Rob, I don't. Not much, just enjoying the hot weather that they're calling for. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm back in my wool sweater here in Portland. It's been gloomy and rainy and a little bit cold this week. And even though last weekend was nice and warm, I am hoping for some sunshine again this weekend, to maybe go on the boat and I'm doing a training. I'm doing a 2-hour class, child abuse prevention class for a local children's advocacy center. So that's what I'm also doing this weekend. You're going to a Joyce Myers conference. Awesome, Sharon. She's a powerhouse. Same, seems to be the same here now. Okay, cold. All right, well, we'll take it in strides, my friend. One day One day at a time, right? So are we ready? Ready to dig deep? We're not digging too deep today, are we? We're talking about post-trauma growth. 83 today, expecting to reach 100 in the next few days. You love it. Good. Nearly ready. I hear you, Sue. Still being the best you. That's what we're all trying to do, right? That's it. Just from our hearts, showing up, doing the best we can to be as good of a human as possible. Nearly went deep. Yes. I hear you, Sue. I hear you. So yeah, in summary, we are talking about post-trauma growth today. And what does that mean? Then a couple of questions that I did ask. I asked, what were you like before trauma? And the second question was, what positive gifts did healing from trauma bring into your life? So we're going to talk, I'm going to share some of the comments on those questions. And if you're here and like to jump in and participate in our conversation, we would love to have you and hear what you have to say. But I just wanted to preface what I'm saying here is that, hey, Janet, woohoo, hey, friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I'm keeping an eye on Periscope too. We have some friends that pop in there sometimes, don't find their way over to the YouTube yet. So, see? Janet's in the house. Woohoo! And here's a shout out to a few of our friends that we haven't seen a little bit over the last couple of weeks. I know our friend Nora has been very, very busy. And some other people in our troop, in our tribe that have been busy. You're in our hearts. You're here with us in spirit. And we feel you, we see you, we hear you, and are thinking about you. So let me just set up our conversation for us, right? There is a gift in trauma that is priceless. And I know hearing that for trauma survivors sometimes does not make any sense, does not register. The same way, well, let me finish that before my mind goes on a tangent here. So I experience this gift every day now, and I hope you will do too. Trauma does change us forever. We all know that. You're never the same after trauma, and you never will be again. Trauma forces us to seek healing, and the healing journey makes you a much stronger person than you were before your trauma. In this chaotic world, that is a priceless gift. So what I wanted to start by saying is that in the beginning, thank you, Rob. In the beginning of my healing journey, trying to put a year, it's 26 years ago. I can still remember my reaction to my then boyfriend, now husband, when he suggested that that there would be a blessing in what I had gone through. I lost it. I lost it on him. It was not pretty. And I mean, I think I shocked him a little bit by my reaction because I was enraged, right? How dare you, right? How dare you say that all that suffering that I went through, that there was something good in here, that there was something good, that something good is going to come from that. And I kind of was almost startled myself by how, I don't want to say violently, but like I said, my outrage was just like, right? And he was just like, okay, I get it, love. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Right. But here's the thing, my friends. I wouldn't wish a day of my life, a day of my childhood on anybody. And actually makes me emotional saying that. Yes, exactly. But today, I am so grateful for who I am and what I have learned on my healing journey, and my capacity to love and to accept things without making them like take things personally, you know what I mean? And hold a space both for myself and for others, right? And yeah, I mean, my capacity to love and to feel and to even just to deeply allow myself to cry, to to grieve the loss of things, and even just really feel deeply about the conditions of our world right now, and the human condition and the pain and the struggle, right? It's not easy, but I am so incredibly grateful for all that I have learned on this healing journey. So I totally honor and respect anybody's perspective and point of view and how they feel about that, because, right, when someone suggested that to me all those years ago, I was like, duck no, right? It's like, don't even think about it, right? So, but today, and that's the thing, for many of us, they talk about, reclaiming your past. And I know I even say those things sometimes, become the person who you were before. But for few of us here who don't know that, we don't have a reference to what we were before. This was it, right? And that's again why I talk a lot about we have to go very, very slow, because we are asking our mind, body, spirit, energy body, emotional body, we're asking everything, what we know who we are, to shift and to be something different. And for us, being something different and changing is like, that's never safe. So it's, just like when we do TRE, or when you do somatic healing, or when you do tapping, it's like you expand a little bit and then you come back in to protect yourself. You expand a little bit and then we come back in and protect ourselves, right? It's this, like the way we breathe and the way we learn to breathe deeper and to take in more oxygen and let go of more, and we take in more and we let go of more, right? Exactly. And trust me, it really sucks at times where our trauma brain just like, tell me what to do. I want to get it done. I want it done and over with now. I'm sick of this, right? But the greatest gift that I have learned, and I'm being very intentional now to slow things down. Yes, and you just may want to notice how uncomfortable it can get when things are being slowed down, because we're used to operating up here and not fully embodied, calm, grounded, and trusting, right? Accepting of what's happening out here, right? So it is. And let me just maybe say that again, is that it is that I'm way more accepting of what happens every day now, as yes, trauma still is a part of my life. It still can come up when I step and push myself out of the comfort zone, but I it's no longer a surprise, but there's still days where I'm like, this is excruciating. I don't want to do this anymore. This is hard. But then I come back into the moment of recognizing this is the human condition. This is just the human condition. And this is an opening for me to connect with myself on a deeper level, to understand that there's still some fear hiding in there. And when I get in touch with it, I get to use all the tools, my friends, right? So anyways, and I want to read just in a minute a little paragraph for you guys here from the TRE booklet that for me kind of really encapsulates the post-trauma growth concept, or at least for me. And that's one of these reasons why I really loved the philosophy that David Berceli has around, empowering our body to heal, because the same part of our body that is hardwired to keep us safe, right? That just disconnects us from the body and the emotion and the sensation when it gets too big. It's that same mechanism in your body is also there to help you get past it, right? To come back into grounded awareness, to self-regulate, right? To come back into social engagement. But because of our, right, we are very egocentric, we're very, very identified with our egos and not necessarily feeling, more of doing, less than being, right? We have disconnected from that, right? So anyways, I'll take a pause here. If you guys can't tell, I'm pretty passionate about this one, but let's see here. There you go. There you go. Sue says, maybe the trauma itself is not the gift, but certainly the outcome. Yes, Sue. And Wanda asks, at what point of your journey did it become okay to cry in front of others? Let's see. At one point, I'm trying to think, for a long time, that was hard. I mean, it was okay to, to show tears in front of my family, but still for a long times, I would hide them. I would hide my tears, and I often would go into the shower and just sob underneath the water, right? Having water, or go for a drive by myself, or it was hard for a long time. And I don't think it was so much the tears, but to be seen vulnerable, right? Because I was a tough cookie, and that was my identity for such a long time. And it felt risky, right? Being vulnerable, that if they see me cry, that they're going to hurt me, or they're going to judge me. So it took a long time. I just can't say that I can pinpoint exactly when, but it also depends on what's going on. I mean, I've cried in front of you guys. You guys have seen me cry here on multiple occasions, and I've even showed up in the group. I've been Facebook Live in the group, having my own emotional meltdown, right? I think we get to choose too, who gets to see, us vulnerable. You guys were safe. So what I was experiencing in that process, I brought into a safe place. So I hope that answered your question, Wanda. Yes, that's it. Still not comfortable. And be gentle with yourself, right? It takes time, sweet friend. So be gentle with yourself. Rob says, Svava said ages ago how dissociating so much gives you the opportunity to look down on yourself and the world in a way others don't. Snaps you out of the matrix. I hear you, Rob. Yep. You got it. You got it. So before I go into what you guys shared today, I want to take a minute and read this for you guys, okay? And this comes from the Tension and Trauma Release booklet. And you can go to the TRE for All website. And if you want to look more and learn more about tension and trauma release, I'm very excited. I'm revamping my website, and soon we'll have more information on my website about TRE and some videos and stuff. So it's coming. So, but here it comes. Trauma recovery creates a deeper embrace of life. Trauma often overwhelms our entire sense of self. My eyes are not cooperating today. Our emotions, logic, and understanding of life can be shattered. It is precisely this shattering effect that forces us to think in new ways, feel emotions at a deeper level, and relate to others in a more compassionate ways. Many people who have healed successfully from trauma discover that their life is richer, fuller, and more caring than they have had ever experienced before. This is what the evolution of the human species is about. The inner development of compassion, caring, and sensitivity to the pain of humanity emerges as a result of recovering from one's own painful experiences of life. This self-renewal that happens in the recovery process occurs because the individual was forced to explore the painful depths of humanity they would otherwise not have chosen to experience. This experience creates a deeper sense of connectedness to life and stronger bonds of connectedness to others, and even the universe. What do you guys think? Reading this makes my heart sing. Yes. Awesome, Rob. Good for you, Rob. Isn't it beautiful, right? That's exactly it. I was tapped into this. And then when you read someone or you read something that just really captures, what you are starting to maybe somewhere grasp a little bit and feel into, right? It was like, yes, that's it. And I think I've shared with you guys before, right? Is that, with TRE, that now that I'm more connected and trusting of my body, it has deepened all my connections. Like my meditation is deeper, my intuition is deeper. I feel, more deeper, love for all of you guys. For all of you guys. Yeah, you too. You 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's my perspective, and that's where I come from when I talk about the gift of trauma and the post-trauma growth. So anyways, I would want to share, you guys shared some beautiful, beautiful writing. Hey, Andre. Hey, friend. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate that. Yes. Thank you, Rob. Yes, exactly. I hear you. Russell Brand. I've listened to a few of his YouTube videos as well. Yep. Beautiful. Excuse me. So Sue shares with us. So let me just refresh your memory. What are the questions that we asked today? What were you like before trauma? And again, for some of us, there was no before trauma, right? And the second question is, what positive gifts did healing from trauma bring into your life? And feel free to comment here. Let's see here. Sue says, I know now that I was born as an innocent, perfect baby. That's kind of a difficult concept to grasp. Yes, my friend, I understand. I understand. And I celebrate you for speaking up. I celebrate you for honoring where you are at. So just want to make sure this is Denise, right? I'm going to go ahead and read Sue. Yes, that's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. So honor where you're at. Honor your process, right? Honor your truth, right? It's honor exactly where you're at. Like I mentioned earlier, it was not something that I did not understand because I didn't have a lived experience being able to tap into that. But I am now, right? I am now. But I honor everybody's path and journey and truth around that. Sue, sorry, let's go back here to Sue. She says, I know now that I was born as an innocent, perfect baby, but for me, the trauma started at a very young age. My mother always told me how difficult as a baby I was. And in fact, I have memories of the desperate longing, the terror, and the outrage of that time when I was so helpless and dependent. It has taken time to comprehend and begin to work with the trauma of that time, but from it, I have gained an understanding of its effects on my life. I am learning to give myself the love and understanding I never had, and to feel and express my feelings in a way I was never allowed to. What a blessing. And I'm discovering my worth, who I truly am and always was, and to become confident in that. Beautiful, Sue, right? You are becoming the parent and the protector that you needed, right? Yes, very powerful. She goes on to say, and I guess another gift from all this is the ability to have understanding and empathy and compassion for others. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities we have had to connect, to be open and vulnerable with each other, and to support each other in this group. Yes, yes, and yes. Right? I cannot imagine, my life these days without you guys, right? And without, our complicated, yes, painful past, we never would have found each other. So thank you, Sue. That is so beautiful. Again, I am so sorry that anyone told you as a little baby that you were difficult, right? What a burden to put in a little one. You were not difficult. You had needs, right? You needed love and validation and love. So I'm so happy to hear, right? You are now giving that. Play the tune, right? You are now giving that to yourself. And as you are finding your way through this journey and sharing it with us, you are helping others, right? Can I show of hands how many people have, benefited from Sue sharing her processing lately? I know a few you have. She's been very courageous. Yep, exactly. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, friend. That's where my heart is. Yep. There you go. Ugh. All right, I'm going to keep it together. I'm so happy for you, Sue. Right? Because we have sat together and we have cried together. So I know what you have pushed through to get here, to get to this truth. So I am so proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm scrolling down here in our Facebook group. Yes, bells. Wanda says, before trauma, I was a wide-eyed, inquisitive, funny, free-loving little girl. I loved learning and making up stories even before I could read. I remember talking myself to sleep, or while getting my hair pressed, I would talk and talk until I eventually dozed off. I enjoyed being with other kids, running, jumping, climbing trees and fences. I played house and dolls and loved having tea parties while my mother and her friends sat at the kitchen table and talked. You're welcome, Sue. Wanda says, I loved school. I admired my kindergarten teacher, Miss Clark. I remember how tall she seems to me, and I remember her kind smile. Oh, that warms my heart so much, Wanda. To know of you being that carefree and joyful, I love it. I love it. She goes on to say here, I believe my writing is a gift that derived from the trauma. As I stated, I love to make up little stories with fun characters. So I think I would have been some type of a writer if the trauma had not happened. But I feel my ability to express my pains with words is the gift I gained from the trauma. Beautiful, Wanda. Again, I'm so sorry for all that trauma. But yes, my friend, I have read your words, and you have a way with words that just puts something to life. You bring something to life with your words. Exactly. That is truly a gift, a big gift. So you are just getting started, my friend. And putting things down the way you do into stories and your poetry, it is just, like I said, you are a blessing. And with you being courageous to put into words things that maybe others still haven't found in them or understand that they live in them, right? You are showing them the way. You are giving them the permission. So you're welcome. You're welcome. So keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm scrolling down here. Donna gave me permission to share hers. Thank you, Donna. I know you're not here right now, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Donna says, she says, I don't view trauma as a gift, right? To me, that's made up BS that humans tell themselves to make their daily existence possible. I don't believe that trauma is magically transformative. It takes hard, gut-wrenching work to dig out from it and craft another life. I absolutely agree. I don't know who I was before the trauma. I can only assume I would have gone along the path of my life, embracing the average milestones. But that's not my reality. With that said, I'm not blind to the realization that in braving the healing process, I've encountered amazing people that have enriched my life and opened my heart. I have a deep well of compassion for fellow travelers. To me, who I was is meaningless. The real question is, who do I want to be in the here and now? Beautiful, Donna. Beautiful, my friend. You too have a way with words. So I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. So absolutely, right? It takes hard, gut-wrenching work to dig out from it and craft another life, right? And absolutely, it is about who, knowing the truth about who you are, embracing that and choosing, right? The change that you're choosing in this moment and this moment and this moment. And what am I bringing forward into the life that I'm creating? So beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much for sharing your truth. Absolutely agree with you. Let's see, did I miss anybody else in here? I'm scrolling up and down. There was lots of comments on the page. But I don't see any other permissions to share. So that's what I'm holding off on here. So if anybody else wants to comment about your post-trauma growth, I would love to hear. And if you feel like you're in the beginning of the healing journey, is that you being here, right? You are choosing you. You are showing up, willing to learn how to, reclaim, to better understand the impact of your past, right? So you can reclaim your body and your mind and your heart. So it isn't no longer just in service of the past, but right from this moment and moving forward, you're using your life force, your choices, and your energy to move you forward, right? Or into the present moment is often just a good start, right? Andre says it's a cruel, crazy, beautiful world. Yes, our world is full of paradoxes, right? It is full of black and white, either or, good, bad, right? So the best we can do is to pause, step away a little bit, and assess, right? What's happening right here? What am I making it mean about me? What am I making it mean about others? What am I, what filter am I putting on as I'm taking this in? How am I judging or comparing? Yeah, we're kind of complex creatures, aren't we? Lots of moving parts. But by slowing things down, sometimes just by coming back to our breath, just being present right here, right now, in this moment, and choose, for you, what is your truth? What is your perspective? What's your truth? And, how are you responding to the world from your truth? So that's it, my friends. I drew a card for us today. I want to just open, since we have some time. Yes, I can, Wanda. It's funny that you asked. I'm happy to draw a card for you, but I did draw a card for the group. All right. Good, Andre. Rob says, yes, I see now how the journey has given me the words and framework to navigate and understand my own thoughts and feelings and emotions, behavior. But that comes with the outward focus to see when others are loving out of their hurt. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. And it feels risky, right? Yes, we can see it. Exactly. Are living out of their living out of their hurt or living out of their hearts. Those are some of the things that I talk about too, right? And in the beginning, right, when we are on this journey and we become more aware of things and recognize that because of trauma, we've been living here, we've been, kind of held hostage by our nervous system and our biology is just to make it through the day, right? So slowly, as we can expand our view and our perspective and perception of ourselves, then our scope of choices and what happens out here shifts. Let's see, Denise says, I'm literally tell myself daily to slow down and take only one thing at a time. I'm just ending up with so many more questions than answers, and that's a tad frustrating. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. So keep coming with the questions. I'm happy to answer the questions. Because who else here has a mind that wants answers? that was me, and I'm relentless, and my mind was relentless until it got all the answers, because I had to replace the exactly, thanks Wanda, right? I had to replace all the answers for why it didn't work with this is why it's going to work. This is why it's going to work. This is why it's going to work. This is why what we're doing. This is how it's going to work. And, I felt like I was pulling my, it's like pulling teeth, right? But over and over and over again, right? That's why I talk about, the workbooks, the books that we're working through. It's like a daily intention. You will learn to be this way. You are learning to be different. And part of answering all those questions is that you are replacing the negative, toxic answers with a new, healthy, grounded now in your adult self and the truth that it wasn't your fault. You weren't bad. You didn't do anything wrong, right? Yes, we were, all of us in some ways, emotionally stunted because of what happened in the past. And we are, reparenting ourselves, learning some hard skills. And some of the stuff is hard and frustrating and feels embarrassing and difficult as adults. I'm relentless, and I seem to attract a few of those relentless people because that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And I'm not going to give up. Not going to give up on myself. I know I'm here to learn about love. I know I am loved, and I'm not going to stop until I know in my heart of hearts that is the absolute truth. And no matter what anybody says, they cannot take that away from me. And that's the truth for me today. Sue says, really started to feel the feelings about the memory I wrote about today, but I was able to stop and calm my inner child so she wasn't overwhelmed as I've been before. Another gift of post-trauma growth, being able to stop the overwhelming. Yes, Sue, right? Where's my picture? Where's my graphic? I had it here earlier. I try to keep it close when we meet. It's not on my desk right now. I was doing a presentation this morning and I was using it. So it's that post-trauma growth, right? The curve, instead of your nervous system just spiking without supervision, right? Without self-regulation, without co-regulation even, you were able to come in from the top down this time. You were aware of what was coming up inside of you. And at the same time, you chose to intervene with your thoughts. That's been the practice, right? You came into your adult self and were able to comfort that little girl. You were able to self-regulate and self-soothe the nervous system, and you brought it back down into, right, social engagement where you were connecting with yourself, with your body, and your inner child. Finally able to spot it. Yes. Brilliant, Sue. Yes. I hear you, Sharon. Pulling up crap and replacing with positive things. Yep. I hear you. I hear you. And I can hold the bucket. I can hold the bucket for when we are like, oh, this is endless. This is crap. I don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard, right? We all have those days. We all have those days. So that's why we need each other, right? To lean on. So again, like I said, I'm open if anybody has any more questions or comments, but I pulled a card. Yes, Sue, for the group today. And of course, it's always perfect. One day, she decided to just be herself. How beautiful is that? How perfect is that for today? And that's it. You get to choose now. Always perfect. So, Wanda, you wanted me to pull a card for you? Want to see what the universe can bring you in terms of support and encouragement? All right, my friend. Well, Rob, I think there's a lot of, oh my goodness, are you guys still there? I think that was Penny. Hold on. Penny. That was Penny getting my attention. He was biting on the power plug in the wall and pulling it out. The cats have gone wild. That's hilarious. But it was funny. The minute I sat down to say to you, Rob, like, yeah, there's a lot of interesting energy flying in our world right now. So just keep staying grounded. Go hug a tree. Go for a walk. Go for a swim. Do whatever brings you. Exactly. Yours is too lazy. Well, mine was sleeping nice and quiet in here until he decided he was going to get my attention. All right, sweet Wanda. I'm dropping into my heart and dropping into your heart. Are you ready? This card's for Wanda. One day she woke up and decided she was beautiful. How perfect. Does that resonate with you, sweet Wanda? Beautiful Wanda? I pulled this card for Wanda. I'm sharing it on our Periscope. Well, this is the day, remember? One day. Today's the day, Wanda. You are a beautiful, beautiful soul, my friend. Absolutely stunning. Yes, she is. Got it? All right. All right. Because that's what I see. I see your beauty, my friend. I see all of your beauty, all of your beauty. Just brilliant diamonds here in this space. Absolutely nothing less, nothing less. So last call, anybody else want a card? You're welcome. Very, very welcome. All right, Rob. Let's pull a card for Rob. Sweet, sweet man. Thank you for sharing your journey today. Just thinking about you. No, don't say that. So Rob, do me a favor, put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your heart, my friend. I'm dropping into my heart. I'm right here with you. You are so loved, sweet man. You are so loved. You ready? Yes. Oops. There it is. One day he woke up and decided to simplify. There you go. And you know what? I don't think I've ever seen this card before. I was kind of like, I've never seen this card. So this was clearly for you. Like, I don't think I've ever. Maybe I just don't remember. But it's beautiful. It must be a new one. So, yeah, think about that, my friend. And things get simpler. Things get simpler. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. There you go, Sue, right? Simplify. And that's it, right? One thing at a time, exactly. And that's the thing with the healing journey. It's like we need to slow things way, way down and just do our best. I know I say just to focus on one thing at a time. And sometimes it's just focusing on this breath and then this breath and then this breath, right? Life becomes easier when we simplify things, right? And not listen to this mind as much, because it isn't always our friend. But I, again, wanted just to remind you, Denise, if you have any questions, feel free, and please post them in our Facebook group as well, because you are with people who have asked all those questions as well. And there is no question that's off the table. Feel free to email me privately if you're more comfortable with that, but I will also would love to encourage you to post it in the group, because there you will see how, you're not alone with trying to understand some of those things. It's like our shared, the processing, sometimes still asking them too. Yeah, exactly. All right, Sharon. Will do. Thanks for asking. So just take a deep breath and drop into your heart, my friend, Sharon. I'm dropping into my heart. That's where we're meeting up. You're welcome, Denise. It's so important to know we're not alone with these struggles, and it's better to get them out. Ask those questions. There you go, hand on the heart. All right, Sharon. That one's for you. One day. That's a good one. One day her desire for peace became so great that she became peace. Right? And that's it, my friends. Your intention for healing, your intention to want to heal, then you become healed. Your thoughts and your beliefs are what drives and creates the world you are pulling to you. So enjoy a peaceful weekend. Sharon, how did that resonate? It's a beautiful card. I can see that's the switch that you flipped recently, right? Just knowing, deciding, this is who I am now, right? Not going to put words in your mind or in your mouth. Fantabulous. There you go. There you go. Excellent. Excellent, my friends. Well, sweet, sweet tribe, thank you again for hanging out for a beautiful hour. As always, it's a delight. It is a privilege to be here with you all. Thank you so much for sharing from your heart and supporting each other. When you share your process and your experiences, you are helping other people in this space. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember, if this was helpful to you, please give me a thumbs up on YouTube, right? The currency for YouTube. And feel free to share and comment below if there was an aha moment you had. Any information like that might inspire others to come check out what we're up to. And here over on Periscope, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the hearts. They are much, much appreciated. So thank you, sweet friends. Go out into nature this weekend and do something that sparks joy. How about that? Practice some mindfulness, right? And be kind and generous to your spirit, your soul. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next week, back here Tuesday, same time, same place, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, have a beautiful weekend. Bye, guys.